When Suva last won the Inter-District Championship, it defeated Ba, and the game ended in similar circumstances in 1983. Isaiah Modelutu was the goal scorer back then. And with celebrations today, Shelvin Chand spoke to Modelutu, who recalls the win and hopes history doesn't keep repeating itself.
Who knew Suva's 28-year drought at the IDC would bring back memories of the last victory? Goal scorer Isaiah Modelutu clearly remembers the events of the day.
Because we had the same problem too with Ba. We got throw stones from Ba when we played with Ba in their own ground. They throw our bus with the windscreen down and all. They abandoned the game. We had a fight in the field. We are coming out. We go to our bus. We managed the police to manage us out because we beat Ba in Suva here in 81 the IDC, then 82, 83. That's why they couldn't take defeat. They're still throwing stone at us.
Modelutu, who was part of the victory celebrations today, hopes the cycle of violence is ripped out of Fiji soccer. He still holds Suva close to heart.
I hope they keep the same team, they maintain it this way like we used to maintain in the 80s. In the 80s.
As for Ba, the $5,000 fine is only the beginning of disciplinary procedures by the Fiji football. Players will also be taken to task as the Fiji FA hopes to teach players and fans a lesson or two.
Please don't take laws into your own hand. The referee's decisions are final and it's all over the world. If you see with Ireland and France, Thierry Henry scored with his hand. And the referee didn't see it, but the goal was given and Ireland bowed out of the World Cup. That's a much more bigger stage. So this is something they have to adhere to it, learn to live with it.
Suva celebrations continue tonight with a dinner and handing out of players' prize money. Shelvin Chand, FBC Sports.
While it's celebration time for the men, the Suva women's soccer team will lay low after bowing out of the IDC competition in Ba this afternoon. They lost 1-0 to Rewa yesterday, then to Lambasa at Govind Park today. Ba, Lambasa and Rewa have qualified for tomorrow's semi-finals. Navua, Lotoka and Tavua are vying for the last spot. A new women's champion will be crowned tomorrow. Cricket Fiji is on the road to professionalism. For the first time, overseas contracts are up for grabs for 14 successful candidates. Round 2 of selections continued at Albert Park today. Elena McDonald reports.
4 teams featuring Fiji's elite cricketers, each vying for a spot in the national team to tour overseas next year. The Elite Player League brought 44 of the country's best to compete. But the real prize are the overseas contracts.
Well, basically it's 14 contracts on offer per year, and there's a tier system. So we have 1 to 4 tier. First tier for players, for instance, that are invited to go to Australia to play, and then tier 4 might be those that are up and coming, that are knocking on the door of the national teams.
With this incentive, competition was bound to be stiff.
Today's been a great day too. We've had 50 over matches, which is great. In the past, I've heard before my time there used to be 25, maybe 30 overs max they'd get to, but we got to 50 today, which is great, which is a great sign that we've got a good future ahead.
Grabbing much of the selectors' attention was the HMT Barbarians displaying some impressive bowling skills against the Novotel Warriors. Potential batsmen were spotted in the Moby Media Knights Sportswell Bulls match, both teams featuring a host of Western and Lawan players. More overseas partnerships are in the pipeline for men and women, but it will all depend on how well this lot does internationally. Elena McDonald, FBC Sports.
The 4th round of the FBC Suva Volleyball Challenge got underway today in Suva. Teams displayed great fitness, and the sport seems to be developing very well amongst the Suva youth. Akasita Tale has more.
Aiming to select the best for the Vuladhar volleyball tourney, organizers know this is bringing out the best in volleyball, and many new clubs have shown interest and potential.
The interest are tremendous. I think it's good that we have the return of Mighty Heights, the return of Bulls back to silver competition. We have a new club, Gobia. You know, they're enjoying the game. They've got a lot to learn. our conversation. I've been talking to them. It'll take time for them to get into top level of volleyball, but in Fiji. But there are good number of young players so they will go a long way.
Selecting a super team from this lot will be a hard one for selectors. For now, players must shape up or ship out.
Players has to be here week in, week out to get selected for FBC, to represent FBC Suva in the Bulada. The other interesting factor is that we've implemented the inter-district competition, and that will help these players get more game time, more competition, more tougher competition before they come up to Bulada, which is much more intense.
Meanwhile, in the challenge competition today, Maris Blue defeated Saints by 3 straight sets. Earlier in the day, Saints beat Gawia 3-2, the Cow went down to Celtics 3-1, and Maris Red defeated Mighty Heights 3-0. Competition continue next week with the Mighty Heights taking on Maris Blue. Aku Sita Talei, FBC Sports.
Conditions today saw a sunny day give way to showers in the afternoon around the major centres. Nandi and Ba topped the temperature chart with 31 degrees, others were close behind. Cloudy conditions and showers are forecasted for the entire group tomorrow. These will turn to thunderstorms by the afternoon. And the outlook for Sunday is occasional showers with possible thunderstorms over most places.